Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make tofu scramble. So tofu scramble is usually a vegan dish that people make when they don't eat eggs, and that's the main reason why I eat it. But you could also do it if you want to, try something new. Tofu does have a lot of protein, so if you're trying to incorporate that more into your diet, you could make this, or if you have high cholesterol, you could also make this as a substitute. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you start cooking anything is you're going to want to take the tofu and drain the water out of it. This is very important because it sits in water and you don't want the tofu to be really soggy when you make it. So it's very important that you get all the moisture out. And since that doesn't take all of it out, you're going to want to take it out of the package and then you're going to want to put it into a paper towel, as you see here. And then you're going to want to take this paper towel, wrap the tofu up, and then continue to wrap this in another towel. This again is because the tofu is going to let out a lot of moisture, and then when you wrap it in this towel, you're going to want to place something heavy again to get all that moisture out. So what I did was I took a pan and then just put more potatoes on it, so as you see right there. So after that's done, you're going to take that out, and then the other ingredients include these peppers. This was about 2 whole peppers that I cut up. And then you're going to need 2 potatoes. Make sure to wash them, of course. And then you're going to need about half of a white onion. And then for spices, I have garlic powder, black pepper, chili powder, garlic salt, seasoned salt, and turmeric. Turmeric is mainly used just for the color of the tofu. It makes it look more egg-like, which is very interesting, but you'll see at the end. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the tofu and you're going to want to crumble it up into little pieces. This is because it makes it easier to eat and it also makes it easier to cook. Make sure all the spices get in and that nothing is left unseasoned. It also closely resembles eggs. So again, this is another reason why you crumble it up. And then after that, you're just going to want to start cutting the vegetables. Here I am cutting the peppers. Unlike me, make sure you keep your fingers far away from the knife when you are cutting. The person recording this kept yelling at me saying that I looked like I was going to cut my fingers off. So again, when you are cutting things up, just be careful. But you're just going to want to finely dice these. I added these to both the potatoes and the tofu scramble. And then you're just going to want to do the same thing with the onion. Just finely dice it. And then you can just add it in with the peppers when you're done. Again, be careful when you're cutting. And in the next clip, you're just going to see them both. I put them both in a bowl. And then you're just going to cut the potatoes as well. I ended up using both the potatoes, but it just depends how much home fries you want. I really do love my potatoes, so I made quite a lot. And then you're just going to want to dice these up into little cubes. So after this, you're going to want to heat your pan onto medium-high heat. Once your pan is hot, you're going to add the oil. And then you're going to wait till your oil is hot and then add the potatoes. The reason I'm doing the potatoes first is because they're going to take longer to cook. So then again, I'm just adding the potatoes, and then you're going to let them cook for a little bit. When they first start cooking, you're going to want to make sure that they are all level with each other. This makes sure that they cook all the way through and evenly, which is very important. You don't want to bite into a raw potato. It is not pleasant, trust me. And then once they're about this cooked, this is when you're going to want to add the seasoning salt. I added quite a bit, but, salt to your taste. Salt accordingly. That's my best advice because some people like it different than others. And then at this point, I'm also going to add the peppers and onions. The reason I don't add this all at once is because I like my peppers and onions a little crispier, and the potatoes take so long to cook. Another tip is if they don't look like they're frying up super crispy, you can just turn it on high heat when they're about all the way cooked. That way you can get a nice crisp on the potatoes, which is how I like mine. So then again, you're just going to want to cook it for a couple more minutes after this when they start looking golden brown. When those are done, you put those into a separate bowl, and then you're going to add the peppers and onions for the tofu scramble. You're going to want to add these first because they take longer to cook, and you're going to want them to cook down so the flavors get all incorporated. Once they look like this is when you're going to add the tofu. And then to the tofu, this is going to when you want to add your spices. Again, I added the garlic salt, the garlic powder, chili powder, black pepper, salt, and a little bit of turmeric for the color. And this is how it should look. And then you're all set. Hope you guys enjoyed.